We're at the Geneva International Motor Show and we're going to do a slow walk around of the Volkswagen T-Cross. So that was it in a gray color. This is it in a bright orange color. And here we have it in a blue color, and this is the one we're going to take a look at. So this is a T-Cross R-Line. So let's start by looking at the specs here. Unfortunately, I don't understand French, so I can't translate that for you, but it's just to give you an idea of what we see here. And I do see the fuel economy on this is as low as 4.9 liters per 100 kilometers. So let's go over some of the design elements that we see here. So on this model, you'll notice we have projection beam headlamps on the outer edges, halogens on the inside, with this nice metallic stripe running through the center. Looks really cool. And you might also be able to see through these chrome accents or these metallic accents right into the headlight, which might look pretty cool, especially at night. We have daytime running lights running below that, and you'll notice over here we have the indicators. On the bottom here we have the fog lamps with a chrome accent around them. You'll also notice we have a nice grayish grille with chrome accents and a nice big Volkswagen emblem. On this model, you'll notice there are a total of 4 front parking sensors. And R-Line badging on this model. Turn signals on the mirrors. A satin kind of finish on the roof rails. And as we get to the back, you'll notice a huge black accent that houses the taillights. And this black accent is across all the models. You'll notice it's even on the gray one and the orange one as well, both of which are not R-Lines. So let's go over the details that we see here. So we have a matte kind of finish on the taillights. You can see that through here as well. This might be either the reverse lights or the indicators. And here are the reflectors. T-Cross badging right below the license plate. A total of 6 parking sensors back here. Reflectors on the bottom as well. Now let's open the trunk. There's a little button over here. Not exactly sure what that's for. It might be to replace the blade, but I could be wrong. As we open the trunk, you'll notice how much space there is back here. It's pretty comparable to other vehicles in this segment of compact crossovers, or subcompact crossovers rather. So yeah, it's not bad, but it's not that great either. So this is where the spare tire goes. It's been removed on this model, but you can see when it's removed, you have a nice deep storage space if you plan to use it as such. 60/40 split seating in the rear. And as we get to the back, in the rear seats, it's fairly spacious back here. The middle seat actually exists, which is great. Yeah, you can probably fit 5 people back here pretty comfortably, although the center is a slightly tighter fit, obviously. 2 USB outlets, some storage space for cell phones, seat pockets, bottle holders, window switches that light up, adjustable rear headrests. There is no armrest back here. Individual dome lights for both rear passengers. And this is what it looks like from the rear. So what we'll do now is we'll step into the driver's seat. You also have hooks here for, I believe, bags or light jackets. Or even suits, I guess. Now, as we step into the front, the interiors are very similar to the Jetta. You have a large screen here with touch-sensitive controls, and the whole black, gloss black finish kind of makes it look like a large screen. I love these design elements that go into here, the angles and everything. It looks like it's very flush with the instrument cluster, the gauge cluster. The gauge cluster itself is fully digital. On the steering wheel, we have buttons for cruise control, adaptive cruise control. Again, this is the R line, so it's probably the top of the line. And here we have controls for toggling the gauge cluster, as well as toggling the radio or the audio. The shifter is pretty standard. Here you have some storage space for your cell phone, although I'm not sure if it supports wireless charging. There's a cell phone icon on it, but I'm not sure, or a cell phone kind of like emblem or a graphic on it, but I'm not sure if it supports wireless charging. It might. Start stop. The drink holders are not that deep, and they're kind of narrow. They kind of have this shape to them, which obviously might hold your drink better, but I don't think they're deep enough or wide enough. At least not for North America. Auto start stop, parking sensors, park assist, drive mode selectors. Here are the controls on the door. So we have the window switches as well as a dial to control the mirrors. Right up here we have controls for, surprisingly this model doesn't have a sunroof, which I kind of find interesting because it's the top of the line. But over here we just have switches for the lights, for the dome lights. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the inside. Manual seats. Again, we're looking at the European model, so some of the features that we see here are pretty standard amongst other vehicles in the European segment, such as the lack of power seats, even on the top of the line model. This has been a look at the all-new Volkswagen T-Cross at the Geneva International Motor Show.